Hi, this is Archana working as Assistant Professor in Chevrolet Engineering College. Today I am going to explain vacuum circuit breaker. In previous video lecture I discussed about the oil circuit breakers and air blast circuit breaker. These are the first two types of a circuit breakers. Now in present video lecture I am explaining about the vacuum circuit breaker. This is the third type of the circuit breaker. Basically the circuit breaker is divided into four types, that is oil circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker, vacuum circuit breaker and SF6 circuit breaker. The working of SF6 circuit breaker will be covered in next coming video lecture. Now in this video lecture I discussing about the overall explanation regarding to the vacuum circuit breaker. Next, coming to the contents, introduction to the vacuum circuit breaker, construction and working of vacuum circuit breaker, advantages and disadvantages of vacuum circuit breakers and applications of vacuum circuit breaker. In that first one is introduction to the vacuum circuit breaker. In this type, the circuit breaker, the dielectric medium is the vacuum. The arc is extinguished in the vacuum. Okay, first what is meant by the vacuum? Vacuum means it is the medium that has a pressure below the atmosphere is known as the vacuum. That is 760 mm of mercury or 1 torr. 1 torr equal to 760 mm of mercury. That is known as the vacuum. Okay. Vacuum is a space in which there is no matter or in which the pressure is so low. That means in that vacuum there is any other molecules and it also having the low pressure. That any particulars in the space do not affect any process being carried on. In that vacuum we are having no particles, therefore any reactions are not obtained in the vacuum. That means like ionization process. There is no ionization process are done in the vacuum. A vacuum can be created by removing the air from a space. Because in that air we are having so many molecules, due to that molecules the ionization process to be obtained. Due to that ionization process some heat energy will be produced. Due to that heat energy we are increasing the temperature and the arc will be more. For that reason we are using the vacuum. A vacuum is obtained. It can be created by removing the air from the space using a vacuum pump or by reducing the pressure using the fast flow of fluid. It is known as the vacuum. This is the diagram, practical view of a vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, in that it is the inlet and it is the outlet. In between we are taking the vacuum interrupter. This is the inlet and this is the outlet. In between we are taking the one vacuum interrupter. This is the practical view of a vacuum circuit breakers. A vacuum circuit breaker is a kind of circuit breaker where the arc quenching takes place in a vacuum. In this circuit breaker, the arc quenching is done in the vacuum. The arc quenching or arc reduction will be obtained in the vacuum. The overall operation of switching on and off of currents, carrying contacts and arc interruption takes place in vacuum chamber only. In the vacuum chamber we are having the so many operations, and all operations are to be done in the vacuum chamber in vacuum circuit breaker. That is the switching on and off the current carrying contacts, and also the arc interruption, that are all to be done in the vacuum chamber. In that vacuum chamber, totally it is filled with the vacuum. In that vacuum, we are having the less ionized particles. Therefore, we will easily reduce the arc within a very short time. That is called as the vacuum interrupter. This is the diagram for the practical vacuum circuit breaker. And this is the top inlet, and this is the bottom inlet, and in between in the top and bottom we are using the vacuum inlets. These are the vacuum interrupters. This is the vacuum interrupter, and this is vacuum interrupter. These are all the vacuum interrupters, and this is the top inlet, and downwards we are having the bottom inlet. Okay, next. This circuit breakers was first introduced in the year of 1960, but it is still developing technology. It also designed in the year of 1960, but it still now we are the developing circuit breakers. As the time goes on, the size of the breaker has reduced. In olden days, the vacuum circuit breakers are in the large size. For going on the researches, we are developing the reduction in the size of a vacuum circuit breakers present. Okay, this is the vacuum interrupter. This is the vacuum interrupter. This vacuum interrupter is shown in the figure. This is the inlet and this is the outlet. In between we are having the vacuum interrupters. The overall view of this vacuum interrupter is like this. This is the vacuum interrupter overall view. Okay, in that we are having the different parts. This is the fixed contact stream, and this is the fixed terminal pad, and this is the ceramic insulation. It will be used for the protection. Next one is this is the arcing chamber. In that arcing chamber, all the operations will be done like switching on and off, and also arc execution process. And this is the fixed contact, and this is the moving contact. These are also immersed in the arcing chamber. Next one is the buoys and guides, moving contact, and mechanical couples, and mechanically coupling for the operating mechanism. And last one is the mechanically couple for operating mechanism. First is the fixed contact stream. This is the fixed contact stream. By using this we are fixing the contact. And next one is the fixed terminal pad. This is the fixed terminal pad. This fixed terminal pad is used for fixing of the this inlet. Next one is the ceramic insulation. In the outer of the inlet we are using the insulation that is known as the ceramic insulation. Next one is the arcing chamber. This overall are the arcing chamber. In that arcing chamber we are filling with the vacuum. Okay, totally it will be filled by the vacuum. In that we are having the fixed contact is there, and in the moving contact is there. That moving contact is connected to the blades, glides, moving contact stream, and mechanically coupled. This will be used. Last one is used for the fixing of the vacuum inlet. Fixing of the vacuum inlet. This is the construction of a vacuum interrupter. This is the vacuum interrupter. Practically the vacuum interrupter is like this. It is placed in between the inlet and the outlet. Inlet and the outlet, in between we are having the vacuum interrupter. And this is the inner parts of the vacuum interrupter. These are all the inner parts of the vacuum interrupter. Next, coming to the construction and working of vacuum circuit breaker. First, the construction of the vacuum circuit breaker, we are having the so many parts. This is the constructional diagram of a vacuum circuit breaker. In that we are having the insulating vessel. This is the insulating vessel. Okay. Next, at the top of the diagram we are having the one insulator level vessel. At the bottom of the diagram we are having the other insulating vessel. Next one is the fixed contact and next one is the moving contact. This is the fixed contact and this is the moving contact. In fixed and moving contact we are having the arcing chamber, that is known as the arc range. That is known as the arc range. This is the contacts. This is the main arc shielding, main arc shielding. We are having fixed contact having the arc shielding and moving contacts having the arc shielding. This is the metallic blows for using fixing of the contacts. By using these metallic blows, when the fault occurs, the moving contact is moved away from the fixed contact. In between moving and fixed contact, some gap will be obtained. In that gap, the arc is struck. Okay. It consists of a fixed and moving contact and a vacuum interrupter. Mainly in that the moving contact is connected to the control mechanism. This moving contact is connected to the control mechanism. The arc shields are supported for insulating housing. These arc shields are supported for housing the insulation. It is used for the protection. Next, the outer insulating body of vacuum circuit breaker. The outer insulating body of the vacuum circuit breaker is the gas vessel or a ceramic vessel. It is made by the gas or a ceramic material because the gas and ceramic is suitable for the outer insulation. Why we are using the gas and ceramic material means that in that we are having the less molecules. We are having the less molecules, therefore it does not any ionization between the molecules. Then we are using the gas and the ceramic or the outer insulation, and also it not dissipated and it not absorbed any outer atmospheric air, and also it does not dissipate the any air out into the outer atmospheric. Then we are using the gas and the ceramic as the outer insulation for the protection of the vacuum. By using the gas and the ceramic vessel, this is the outermost cover of the vacuum circuit breaker that is made by the gas and the ceramics. By using the gas and the ceramics, only the vacuum will be placed in the inner of the circuit breaker. It does not dissipate and it does not absorb. For that reason we are using the gas and the ceramic. Next the vacuum chamber is protected by the ceilings. This is also protected by the ceilings because the ceilings is used for eliminating the leakages of vacuum. The ceilings are used for eliminating the leakages of a vacuum. The construction of this vessel is so critical because we are protecting the vacuum in the circuit breaker, then the operation is done in the circuit breakers. Next, this is all the constructional parts of a vacuum circuit breaker. Next, coming to the vacuum circuit breaker consists of a fixed and moving contact and vacuum interrupter. The moving contact is connected to the control mechanism by a stainless steel blows. That moving contact is connected by the control mechanism. Due to that control mechanism, the moving contact will be operated under normal and abnormal conditions. Under normal operating condition, the moving contact will be stationary. If any faults will be obtained in the near to the circuit breaker, then the control mechanism may be operated. By using this control mechanism, the moving contact is moved away from the fixed contact. Then in between the fixed and moving contact, the current interruption is obtained. The current is going on processing. Then the arc is struck in between the fixed and the moving contacts. Therefore, the arc shields are supported by the insulating housing. In that, we are using the arc shieldings that are supported to insulating the housing, such that they cover these shields and is prevented for condensing on the insulating enclosures. It will be used for protection. Next, the possibility of the leakages is eliminated by using these sealings of vacuum chamber, because the vacuum chamber is made by the glass or the ceramic vessels. Due to that glass and the ceramic vessels, we are having the some leakages are obtained. That leakages are to be filled or eliminated by using the permanent sealings. It is the outer insulating body is made by the gas or a ceramic vessel. Next, coming to the working of vacuum circuit breaker. This is the working diagram of a vacuum circuit breaker. In that, we are having the so many parts are there. First one is the vacuum interrupter. This is the vacuum interrupter, and this is the terminals, and this is the flexible connections, and this is the flexible connections, and this is the supporting insulator, and next one is the operating rods. These are the operating rods. Next one is the tie bars. By using these tie bars, we will control the moving contacts. That is the mechanical operation. Next one is the common operating shift. This is the common operating system. Next one is the operating corner. This is the operating corner. Next one is the looking cam. In that, we are fixing the looking cam. This is the looking cam. Next one is the making the spring. By using this spring, it is also the one of the mechanical operation. It gives the mechanical operation. Next one is the braking spring. This is the braking spring. Next one is the loading spring. Next one is the loading spring. Next one is the main link. The loading spring, braking spring, and main links, and also tie bars, operating corner, operating shifting. All the parts are related to the mechanical operation. By using this mechanical operation, we control the movement of the moving contact. By using these mechanical operations, these are all the mechanical operating parts. By using this mechanical operation, we control the moving contact operation. Okay, this is the basic parts in the vacuum circuit breaker. Next, coming to the working, the vapor density depends on the current in the arc. When the current decreases, the rate of vapor release decrease, and after the current zero. Okay, this is the sectional view. This is the sectional view of a vacuum circuit breaker. Due to the abnormal conditions, the contacts are separated. Due to the abnormal conditions, the contacts are separated, and then arc is struck in between the fixed and moving contacts. And the arc is struck in between the fixed and moving contacts. This arc is produced due to the ionization of a metal ions. This arc is produced due to the ionization of the metal organs, and it is maintained on the material used for contacts of a circuit breaker. Material used for the contacts of a circuit breaker. The vacuum interrupter is different compared to the oil and air blast circuit breaker. Due to the separation of the contact causes the release of vapor which is fluid in contact space. By separation of the contacts, we release the arc in the vapor only. Okay, that vapor chamber is that vacuum chamber is totally filled with the vacuum. When the arc is struck in between this vacuum chamber, there is no ionization particles in that vacuum chamber. Due to that less ionized particles in that chamber, then quickly the arc may be reduced. In that, the density of vapor depending upon the current in the arc. Depending upon the current, the density of the vapor may be depended. When the current decreases, the rate of vapor decreases, and after the current zero. When the current decreases, the vapor rate also decreases. The current is interrupted very small in vacuum. The arc it is divided into several part arcs which repel to each other and spread over the contact surface. The total current is divided into the many parallel arcs. Which repel each other and spread over the contacts. This is known as the diffused arc. This total process is known as the diffused arc. By using this, we interrupt the arc easily. The interruption of the arc is possible if the arc remains in the diffused state. Okay, it is quickly removed from the contact surface. By using this diffused state, the arc is quickly removed from the contact surface. Then the arc will be restrike. After the final arc interruption, there is a rapidly build up of dielectric strength. Then the arc is reduced, which is a peculiarity of vacuum circuit breakers. There is a rapid building of the dielectric strength after the final arc extinction. This is the overall working of a vacuum circuit breaker. The working of vacuum circuit breaker is somewhat different to the oil and air blast circuit breakers. Next, coming to the advantages, the vacuum circuit breakers has a long life. In that we are having any ionized particles, so it gives the more life, because by using this vacuum, the arc may be reduced within a very short time. Then the contacts of the circuit breakers are protected by using this vacuum as a arcing chamber. For that reason, the lifetime of this vacuum circuit breaker is more when compared to the oil and air blast circuit breakers. Unlike oil circuit breakers or air blast circuit breakers, the explosion of vacuum is avoided. This enhancement the safety of operating personnel. In that we are having no oil, therefore it gives the more safety. Next one is the fire hazards. We are having the less fire hazards when compared to the oils and air blast circuit breakers. The vacuum circuit breaker is fast in operation, so ideal for fault clearing. the arc interruption is obtained very quickly in these vacuum circuit breakers, because after the arc produced in the fixed and moving contacts, the surrounding of the arc is the vacuum. In that vacuum, no ionized particles, then the arc may be reduced within a short period. Then the operation is very quickly by using these vacuum circuit breakers. It is suitable for repeated operations. Next, the vacuum circuit breakers are almost maintenance free. Without maintaining, we will operating the vacuum circuit breakers. Next, last one is the no exhaust of gas to the atmosphere and noiseless operation. In that circuit breaker, we are having no noise. Next, coming to the disadvantages of vacuum circuit breaker, we are having some of the disadvantages are there in the vacuum circuit breaker. It is uneconomical at the voltages exceeding the 38 kilovolts. Above the 38 kilovolts, by using this vacuum circuit breaker, we are having the most we are uneconomical. The cost of breaker becomes excessive at higher voltages because we are using the vacuum. The cost of the vacuum process is more when compared to the oil and air blast. For that reason, the cost of the circuit breaker is increased. This is due to the fact that at high voltages, more than the 2 number of circuit breakers are required. If the voltage range will be increasing, goes on increasing, then we are using the 2 vacuum circuit breakers. Then the cost of this will be increased. The 2 circuit breakers are connected in series for the operation. Moreover, the circuit breakers production is uneconomical if produced in the small quantities. By using in the small rating of the circuit breakers, we are using the vacuum, then it is more uneconomical. Next, coming to the applications of a vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, the vacuum circuit breaker is today recognized as a most reliable current interrupting technology for medium voltage switchgears. In the medium voltage switchgears, we are using the vacuum circuit breakers. It requires the minimum maintenance compared to the other circuit breakers. When compared to the oil and air blast circuit breakers, it requires the less maintenance. The technology is mainly suitable for medium voltage applications. The technology is suitable for mainly medium voltage applications. For high voltage vacuum technologies has been developed. Still now it is developing, but it is not commercially feasible. Okay, next, vacuum circuit breakers are used in a metal clad switchgears and also in the porcelain housed circuit breakers. These are some of the advantages in the vacuum circuit breakers. Okay, thank you.